This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Spoiler number one is Dr. Lee frowns.
It stinks.
What is going on? What is going on?
Episode number 72. Submission 1247. Go. Go aired on NBC Daytime from October 3rd, 1983 to January 20th, 1984 for a total of 79 episodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the name of the game is Go, and two teams are here to compete for a jackpot worth up to $20,000. This week, our celebrity captains are Lynn Redgrave and from Just Our Luck, Richard Gilliland. And now, here is your host, ready to go, Kevin O'Connell.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Thank you. And welcome to another round of Go. Actually, this is going to be our final match of head-to-head with the 10 players that we have on our stage.
Off to a rousing start, gents.
Oh yeah. Tell you what, nothing like a good theme song to get the mojo going, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
Yes, Daddy.
Also, one of the all-time best game show themes composed by the legendary Bob Colbert, and you can hear that theme on the classic TV game show theme CD that GSN put out back in 1998.
Yep. Bob Colbert, also of previous installment Super Train.
Yes.
But no supersonic railways on this board. Nope, only two teams of 5 making sentences. Make sense?
Yeah. And this was it. And of course, as we mentioned back in episode 68, this was Go, a spin-off of the bonus game from the 1980 Chain Reaction.
Yep.
Yes.
And this was a fast-paced game, let me tell you.
It was fast, but it seemed like it moved really, really slow. Well, maybe it wasn't really, really slow. Maybe it was just really, really long. Because the object of the game was to get 1,500 points, and how you get the 1,500 points is you have two teams making sentences one word at a time. It is the exact same as the Chain Reaction 1980 bonus round. Like, what word describes a 1983 game show on NBC? Ding! Go!
The right answer is future installment, The New Battlestars.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was basically the game in a nutshell. Now, imagine that because one of the teams is actually setting the time for the other team to beat. And whoever does it in the fastest time gets the points. It starts at 250, then goes to 500, then goes to 750, and finally to 1250. So that is a total of 8 times maximum. And not just the front game. We'll get to the end game momentarily because there's still some things we need to talk about in the front game. Because you heard me say 2 teams of 5 players, but there were 4 civilians and 1 celebrity captain, as you heard in the intro. Okay, now there is one hitch. Now, like I said, one team sets the time, the other has to beat it. However, they have a limit of 99 seconds.
Yeah, because you only have like 2 egg crates on the scoreboard.
Right.
And I know there is at least one time that one team used the entire 99 seconds.
Can you imagine if you were the one team that had to beat the 99 seconds and you couldn't?
That would just be sad.
That would blow.
Yes, it would. It would be totally, totally bad.
Well, how bad would you be? How bad would you feel if you were the team that beat the 99 seconds with 98 seconds?
Yeah, but you still beat it at 98 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but too close for comfort.
No, that's another entry. That's not even an entry. It lasted long. Okay, so how do we actually set the time here? Well, like I said, there's a group of 5 people. One of them is the answerer. The other 4 are either givers or receivers.
I'll have a demonstration ready here.
Okay, Greg, please demonstrate.
Okay, this is not a video podcast. By the way, guys, this is the first time we're recording on Zoom. So this is the first time.
I'm seeing the horrors that is Greg's background, by the way.
Yeah, you don't want to know what's in my background. Okay, so okay, I have.
Ready, put some pants on.
Okay, I have a demonstration here. So I have a demonstration from Funko Pop. So right here, like Noah Syndergaard is the guy who's answering the question, and Tom Servo and Doc Brown are given the one word at a time. And so it's up to Noah Syndergaard here to answer the question that Tom Servo and Doc Brown are giving. And then go down the line. Tom Servo's in this seat. And then, he would move to the other seat, right? Noah Syndergaard?
Noah Syndergaard would move to the next seat.
Okay.
Tom Servo would
Tom Servo would turn to the left, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you'd go to the 4th person, which would be this David Tennant as the 10th Doctor Funko Pop. And then they'd give Dave Tennant and Tom Servo would give the clue to Noah Syndergaard. They'd answer that. So he'd move back, and then David Tennant would have someone to his left, which would be this for you, Chico, the Green Ranger.
Nice.
So the Green Ranger and David Tennant are given. So they get that right. Okay. So moves to the next seat. David Tennant turns around, back to Tom Servo. Get the clue right. Okay. David Tennant's out, and then Tom Servo and Doc Brown give the final clue. Ding. Stop the clock.
And they would set the time to beat. And the other team would have to have a separate packet of answers. Remember, each round is 2 packets of answers. And they would have to beat that time with a separate packet of answers.
Yes. I'm not going to do it with another 5 Funko Pops.
No, I didn't want you to. Okay. And the fastest of the 2 teams gets the points. And it's the first team to 1,500. They go on to the jackpot round, which we'll talk about in due course.
But now...
What? What video game stars an orange character who jumps on blocks? No, that's incorrect. We were looking for Cubert.
Okay.
All of my Funko Pops are not within...
Okay. All right. So now...
Well, that's not true. I got Jason and Kimberly right here.
Oh, from the 2017 movie. That's nice.
No. This is from season.
Oh,
2,
season 1. Okay, not from the 2017 movie.
That's what.
I can't get this box and play the game.
Hell no!
I would have been so happy if it was the 2017 movie, because then it would have been Naomi Scott, and I would have been so happy.
Oh my god!
You would be the lady from Aladdin and the jerk from Stranger Things. Basically.
Yeah, it would have been Billy from Stranger Things.
But anyway, it's the first team to 1,500 goes on to the jackpot round, which we'll talk about momentarily. But right now, who the hell is Kevin O'Connell?
Wait a minute. Hold on, guys. You mean to tell me that the former backup quarterback for the Patriots and the Jets hosted this show?
No, I'm talking about the former quarterback coach for the Browns. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, no, there is a different Kevin O'Connell, and
not the composer, Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, it's somebody totally different, and
He's
probably
a
unlike
weatherman with a nice haircut.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, he's got fantastic hair.
Oh, he does.
And also,
Bad hair, man.
He's a grown adult, and he probably doesn't play with Funko Pop dolls like we do. Oh, how I wish this was a video podcast. Well, this technically could be a video podcast this episode, but enough about that. So if you are from Buffalo or the Niagara Falls area, right near Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, you probably know who Kevin O'Connell is. He has been a longtime weatherman at WGRZ, and unfortunately he was fired in 2018. I can vouch that when I went up to Niagara Falls in 2001, billboards for the TV station still had his presence on them.
Oh, nice.
So, again, I mean, that would still be a good 15 years before he retired. But he is a big personality. If you, like I said, know Buffalo, he's a legend. Absolutely. And then he went to Los Angeles, and
At KNBC.
he did some work out there. He was out in Los Angeles for a number of years, and he did a couple of other game show pilots. This is the only game show that he hosted proper that actually got picked up.
That actually went to series.
Yes.
Oh.
But still, he had been with the station at that point for almost 30 years because he returned to Buffalo around 1990. And he also did work in Buffalo before he went to Los Angeles. So he had spent plenty of years in Buffalo and even graduated from Buffalo State College. So he's a fixture. He is absolutely a fixture. And he's still a pretty young guy. He's only 71.
What?
I mean, when you watch him on the show, he had gray hair when he hosted Go.
And that was almost 40 years ago now.
And the thing of it is, he was, 35 when he hosted Go?
Yeah.
And he was full-on Silver Fox mode. Wow.
He was close to my dad's age back then.
Yeah, he was total Taylor Hicks.
He's
back
younger
in
than my dad.
I'm not giving my dad's age, so hi, Dad. But yeah,
hi, Mike's dad.
Yeah, but he's not going to listen to this. But he
totally.
Yeah, he totally had the gray hair going on at 35, sort of like a Taylor Hicks type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's a really good thing. Remember the back of the 2000s when people went gray recreationally?
Yeah, but this was naturally. This wasn't recreationally. Oh, and also, I'm sorry, I need to throw this in because this is another little tidbit from his career. Apparently, he sub-hosted on previous installment, The Dave Letterman Show.
What?
It's right there. I'm looking at it. It says O'Connell also sub-hosted on The David Letterman Show on NBC.
Wow, this was totally not planned.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I would not lie to you. It's right there.
This was totally not planned because, remember, this was not originally going to be this week's episode.
Oh, yeah, we should also add, we did have another episode planned this week, but given the
we'll talk about, hold on, we'll talk about that in the first episode.
Okay, all right.
In 71, the Herb UWF episode, so.
Okay.
Because technically this is second.
Okay, Daddy. So that's the Kevin O'Connell story. Now we can actually get back to the game because we've talked about getting to 1,500 points and the sort of the golden snitch, if you will, the 1,250-point round, because if you win that round, you win the game. And the thing is, unless you won the 250, 500, and 750, unless you won the first three in a row, you had to play that fourth round. So that sort of falters a little bit sort of by the super password type of rule where, really the $100 game didn't count in super password. Well, technically, if you got the first three puzzles, that's the only way it really sort of matters because otherwise, you're playing the fourth game and that's your golden snitch. Whoever wins that wins the game.
Basically.
But the bonus round, now that's where it got a little different. It's the same type of game, but you have all five people playing this time. The idea is you have to get 7 responses correct in 60 seconds, the same way that we played the rest of the game, where you go one person at a time. But now the catch is, for the first word, you start with 4 people going back down the line and then going back in the other direction. So let's say you have players 1, 2, 3, and 4 lined up on from left to right. You would go player 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then bounce back 3, 2, 1, bounce back 2, 3, 4, until whenever the sentence is acceptable or you feel that there's enough information given, and then you hit the bell. And if you're correct, excellent. One person then goes off stage, or at least out of camera view. So now you do the same thing with 3 people. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ding. And if they get it correct for the third word, you're now down to 2 people, and you play basically the go from the front game. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And if again, ding, if you're correct, again, person number 2 now goes off stage. The fourth answer, basically, player 1 just gave a question. There was no bouncing back and forth. What is the capital of New York? Ding. Okay, Albany. Okay, good. Now for question 5, we bring back player 2. So then you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 again. Then if you get that right for question 6, you bring back player 3, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And after you get that right, the fourth player comes back, and then you do like you did the first question: 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And if you don't get the word right, you got to get it right with that many number of players before you can move on. So if you get 7 right in 60 seconds, you got $10,000. If not, you get $200 each. And remember, you got 4 teammates, so you're splitting that 10,000 or even the 200 4 ways. So technically, for each person, it's $50 or $2,500 if you win. But there's some good stuff, and we'll talk about that in a moment.
No, yeah, and or as Kevin O'Connell likes to say, go for the cash.
That's what he says when the 10,000 is up for grabs. The last clue, go for the cash. You get the fourth person back in, and if you get it, yay, you win. And if not, well, you got $1,200. So that's $300 a piece. But again, like I said, there's a little bit more.
We should also add that the gameplay in the final round sometimes bounced back and forth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. But sometimes it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it did change over time in the short life of this game.
You remember I mentioned about the 1,500 points if you win the first 3 rounds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, remember, this is timed out in a certain way. So how they filled that extra time is if you won by winning the first 3 rounds, you get to play a double bonus, a double jackpot round.
Ooh.
So you get 2 chances to win $10,000. And it's, again, played the exact same way. There's not extra stakes. It's, again, $200 each. Get 7 total, you get the $10,000. But it just gives you a second chance at the money. So there's the incentive for winning the first 3 games. You avoid the golden snitch, but now you get 2 chances at $10,000. Or actually, you could win $20,000, and I'm pretty sure that happened on at least one episode. I think it happened on a soap opera week. I've seen that before.
They had like a fortnight of Battle of the Soap Opera Stars.
They had 2 weeks of soap operas.
That's what I just said, a fortnight.
Yeah, they had Days of Our Lives against Another World, and they had Search for Tomorrow against Another World.
Those were the only big soap operas on NBC back in the day.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, because Match Game Hollywood Squares was still on, and we wouldn't see Santa Barbara until summer of 1984.
Correct.
Yeah.
Teams that won the main game won $1,500, and on some episodes, Kevin O'Connell says we're going to give you $1 a point, which that works if you have 1,500 points. But what if you win with 2,500 points? Yeah, they're not giving you $2,500. You're getting $1,500. But also, we should add that the first 4 weeks, teams stayed on the show till they lost. But then starting on week 5, teams stayed on for the entire week. So you could make a nice little bundle of money. I mean, even if you're on the quote-unquote losing team for the week, in terms of not making the more money than the other team, you could still probably make a good $3,000 or so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're a really good team, you could conceivably win $15,000 per person. I mean, $60,000 is not out of the realm of possibility, because the $20,000 was won not just on a celebrity episode, but also on a regular episode. So, I mean, right there, if you win $20,000 plus the $1,500 in the main game, that means you're right there. You're at $5,375. So, yeah, you could make a nice chunk of change staying on the whole week.
You could.
Yeah.
But now I think we're going to move on to what celebrities appeared on this show. And I know Greg has a list of celebrities.
Oh,
I
yes.
want to hear the list of celebrities.
Yeah, this comes courtesy of Chris Lane's old website. So we found
Shout
the
out to Chris Lane.
Yes.
Hey, Chris.
Yes. The second time we're using an old episode guide from his site. So, okay, week 1, October 3rd.
Third if you count Jennifer Slept Here. But anyway.
Well, I wasn't here for Jennifer Slept Here, so. Week 1, October 3rd, 1983 to October 7th, 1983. Elaine Joyce and Richard Klein.
What can we say about those two game show veterans and two great actresses?
Yep. If only we had Richard Klein's episode of Second Chance on YouTube. That's all I gotta say.
It always goes back to Second Chance. Let's put that on the list. Making it, and Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, and Twin Peaks, and Night Court, and Married with Children, and now
you
it
forgot
all
Star Trek, Mike.
Chance.
Star Trek
And Star Trek: The Next Generation. Jeez.
Week 2, October 10, 1983 to October 14, 1983. Betty White and Fred Grandy.
Rose and Gopher.
Yep.
Of course, this was before the Golden Girls, so she would still technically be just
Betty White.
Mrs. Alan Ludden. Oh, well,
Yeah.
no, wait.
She
was on Just Men at this time.
No, Just Men would have ended in April.
Yeah. You're talking about future installment Just Men?
Oh, yeah. Future
Yes.
installment Just Men.
Yeah, remember Just Men was January of 83 to early April of 83, so she would have been on Mama's Family at the time.
Yeah, Mama's Family. Yep. Week 3, October 17, 1983 to October 21st, 1983. Shelley Smith and Brian Mitchell.
They're just going through the Rolodex of all the game show celebrities.
Oh, yes. They are.
Oh, yeah.
And we love Brian Mitchell on this show.
He's an impressive baritone. An impressive lyric baritone.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
And he wore vegetables as boutonnieres on Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour.
Is there anything Brian Mitchell couldn't do?
No. And what a wonderful tribute to Peter Davison as the Fifth Doctor, let me tell you.
Yes.
Week 4, October 24th, 1983 to October 28th, 1983. Audrey Landers and Jay Johnson.
Ah, nice.
And this would have been about 2 years after Soap wrapped up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Week 5, Halloween, October 31st, 1983 to November 4th, 1983. Marky Post and Barry Gordon.
See, Marky Post I would have gotten because she would be doing the Fall Guy. Barry Gordon, trying to figure out what he would be doing. What would Barry Gordon be doing?
Well, I'm going to IMDb right now. He would have been on Archie Bunker's Place.
That would have been canceled right about that time because Archie Bunker's Place ran to 83. So, but again, he was a quote-unquote known entity, as I might say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it was 1983, so he would actually have been, 1983 to 1984. He would have been doing voices by then. He was Inky on.
Pac-Man animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that would have been about 83.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus also, let's remember, Barry Gordon did appear occasionally on $25,000 Pyramid, so that puts him in the Bob Stewart Rolodex.
Yep.
Yep.
Then week 6, November 7th, 1983 to November 11th, 1983, is the aforementioned Days of Our Lives, Another World a week.
Which means the next week would be Search for Tomorrow, Another World.
No, because that would be another 3 weeks.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. Because week 7, November 14, 1983, November 18, 1983, we got Martha Smith and Charlie Siebert. Anything?
Well, Martha Smith is Shelley Smith's sister, I do believe.
Okay.
And Charlie Siebert is Charlie Siebert.
Yeah. Wasn't Martha Smith was Scarecrow Mrs. King, wasn't she?
Yeah, Martha Smith was Martha Smith was Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Okay. Oh, and week 8, guys. This is probably this would obviously be 4 episodes because this is the Thanksgiving week. But what a duo of celebrities for this week.
Greg's speechless.
Oh, Bonnie Ursef and Michael J. Fox.
Oh, a beloved fixture around these parts.
Bonnie Seth, of course, from We've Got It Made.
Yeah.
Previous installment.
Yeah.
And Michael J. Fox, if you don't know who Michael J. Fox is,
why are you listening to this show?
What podcast are you even listening to?
Exactly.
Yeah. And Michael J. Fox did a couple weeks of $25,000 Pyramid around this time.
Oh, yeah.
Also. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, he hadn't hit superstardom yet. He didn't star in Teen Wolf, and he didn't star in Back to the Future at this point.
He was just Alex P. Keaton.
Yeah, just regular old Alex P. Keaton.
Yeah, he was just the oldest kid, Alex P. Keaton on Family Ties, until he got, as I said, Teen Wolf and Back to the Future, among other things.
Yep.
Okay, week 9 is Search for Tomorrow Against Another World, November 28, 1983 to December 2nd, 1983. But week 10. Wow, what an amazing duo of celebrities for this. But this is like a random celebrity, but it's like, oh man, this is like custom made for me. December 5th, 1983 to December 9th, 1983, you have Lynn Redgrave. Yeah, that's right, folks. Kate Stewart from Doctor Who's Aunt, and Richard Gilliland from Just Our Luck.
Richard Gilliland from future installment Just Our Luck.
Yeah.
And I feel that we should add that this is one of the weeks that the $20,000 was won.
Yes. Okay, December 12th, 1983 to December 16, 1983. Week 11, you have Joanne Worley and Grant Goodeve.
Sorry, I heard Joanne Worley and immediately went postal.
Yes. All right, week 12, December 19, 1983 to December 23rd, 1983. Brian Mitchell is back, and joining him is Constance McCashin.
She of the Knots Landing.
Yes.
Yes, it's another known entity in the world of game shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This week 13, December 26, 1983 to December 30, 1983. Kim Fields from Facts of Life and Lori Hendler from Give Me a Break.
Give Me a Break.
Yes.
Tootie!
Oh, man. Can't wait
Who
till
doesn't
we...
like
Lori Hendler is another, to use Mike's phrase, known entity.
Yes.
Yeah, she's made the rounds.
Yeah. Far cry from Julie Kaniski on Give Me a Break, let me tell you.
Week 14, January 2nd to January 6th, 1984. Betty White and Robert Mandan.
Was this... I'm guessing Robert Mandan would be somewhere between Soap and Three's a Crowd at this point.
Yeah, because Soap would have been canceled in 81, and Three's a Crowd, oh, by the way, future installment Three's a Crowd, would have been fall of 84.
Wasn't Robert Mandan on the Private Benjamin?
Well, even if he was on Private Benjamin, that would have been canceled by September of
Yeah,
83.
it definitely would have been canceled at this point. But I do recall a $25,000 pyramid where he's introduced as from Private Benjamin, unless that's 16-year-old Greg's faulty memory.
No, it's not 16-year-old Greg's memory, because I'm taking a look here. He was in the 1981 TV adaptation of Private Benjamin.
Okay.
There you go.
That's
But
good.
that only lasted to January of 83, so
Yeah.
that would have been canceled almost a year earlier.
Oh. All right, so next to last week, January 9, 1984 to January 13, 1984.
Oh, by the way, we should mention Private Benjamin, future installment. Continue.
Okay.
Yes.
January 9, 1984 to January 13, 1984. Vicki Lawrence and Barry Gordon.
Again, Vicki Lawrence is Vicki Lawrence. I mean, who doesn't know who Vicki Lawrence is? Come on.
Yes. And
No
then
argument here.
yes. And the final week, January 16, 1984 to January 20 of 1984, Charlie Siebert and Didi Khan.
Didi Khan would have been doing Benson right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And Charlie Siebert would be Charlie Sieberting.
Sure.
If that's the term you want to use. Charlie Siebert be Charlie Sieberting.
That is a perfectly cromulent term, Mike.
I appreciate your cromulence. So why did Go fail? Well, it didn't air in the best time slot for game shows at noon. And you need to remember that at this point, a lot of affiliates were showing local news. ABC actually had Family Feud in the noon slot at this point. And even though it was in Family Feud's waning days, it's still Family Feud.
Yeah.
And eventually what happened is, after the cancellation, it was replaced by a little show called Hot Potato.
Wait, Mike,
thank you.
don't you mean hot potato?
Oh, God.
With Bill Cullen.
From Hot Potato, Bill Cullen.
That would be all of our impersonations of Johnny Olson.
Rest in peace.
But
Moment of silence.
But yeah,
Moment gone.
but yeah, the noontime slot was not kind to game shows on NBC at that point. At least up until mid 1984, when Super Password took the time slot, and it ran for almost 5 years. So something. Well, it's Super Password. Everybody loves Super Password.
Yeah, who doesn't love Bert Convy?
Bert Convy is the Mac Daddy.
Yeah, and he gives away so many puzzles. It's absolutely friggin' hilarious.
And the top board reads, clue goes on the board. Nobody gets a guess. Here's the next word.
Jockstrap. That's our impersonation of Bert Convy. You're welcome. You get Johnny Olson impersonations and Bert Convy impersonations, particularly Bert Convy impersonating Tom Poston. That one time he had a mini coma on Match Game Hollywood Squares. You're welcome.
And that was Mike Klaus going extra hard on the game show tip for making up for a lack of going extra hard on the game show tip last week.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah. You're welcome, America.
So what can we say about Go?
Was
Short.
And
It
had
fun
games
with
Kevin
O'Connell,
and
celebrities
playing
this,
game.
but
It was a thing on TV.
Hell Nailed it!
Yeah.
Nailed it!
Wait, where's the 20 grand?
And you know how you could be a winner?
By visiting our
Yeah.
website. It was a thing on TV.com.
That's how you could be the big winner. And you can win up to, almost 75 episodes if you include the live shows and the pilot at this point. Actually, that would be 75 shows.
Yes.
72 regular shows, 2 live shows, and the pilot, episode 0. 75 total shows are now up on our website.
And close to 6,500, might be over 6,500 downloads when this airs.
Oh, it'll definitely be over 6,500
definitely.
downloads. It may be close to 7,000 by the time this gets uploaded.
Yes.
Because I've been seeing like 70, 80 downloads a day. So, yeah, we'll be over 6,500 by that point.
Yeah. And also, don't forget, every Wednesday at Place to Be Nation Pop, our 2 previous episodes from the week get uploaded as a straight 2-hour block. And if you want to listen to all the greatness in 2 hours again, do so at your whim.
And don't forget, sometimes on the drops on Place to Be Pop Nation Network, there's sometimes some bonus footage involved. Can't say whether there's going to be a bonus footage this week, but I guess you'll just have to go there and find out.
Yeah, you might have to go there next week to find out. Who knows? And if you're listening to this on Place to Be Nation Pod, well, it's obviously this week. So
I'm confused by all the this week and that week. So let's just say, don't forget, please like and subscribe, and rate and review, and don't forget to share, because
sharing is caring.
It is. It really is. And I just want to add, with the like and subscribe, we surpassed 25 followers on our Podbean account. So thank you very much.
yeah.
And then, and next week, next week's going to be an interesting little grab bag. We're going to cover one show and one topic, let's say. And I know we both have stuff to say about both of them.
Yeah.
But that's all I'm going to say. We're not going to give any other hints. There's no timeliness involved, at least not purposely. It's just 2 more episodes of It Was a Thing on TV. So until then, thank you to Chico and thank you to Greg, and I'm Mike, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Wow!
KO for GO. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.